Sick of feeling insecure about myself. Man, I think I need help. Feeling so low and alone. Feeling hasn't gone away as I've grown. Sick of feeling insecure about myself. Man, I think I need help. Feeling so low and alone. Feeling hasn't gone away as I've grown. I've been labeled as internet pop, but I don't really care what genre you call me. As long as you call me, I'm making music for myself, for my mental health. Going through all the cards that I've been dealt. Now listen, I'm not trying to bitch and complain. A lot of good things have come my way, but then why do I feel shitty every couple of days? This life a whirlwind, it's becoming a daze, man. Imagination ran wild in my adolescence. 26 is over, still feel no different. Man, I done a lot of thinking, not a lot of acting. Opportunities passing, I need to make something happen. Go out and get it, go out and get it. Nah, I'd rather stay in my room and just get lifted. It's what I did for like 2 years after my arrest. I wasn't feeling my best, I was down and depressed. But then something clicked. I said, Ramsey, wake the hell up and stop being a piece of shit. So I did. Summa cum laude, now I'm rapping just for a hobby, cause I have other ventures to make profits from. You dumb man, well here's a lesson. Minnesota, yeah, that's what I'm repping. From the land of the 612, you know what we do, we keep it so cool. Cause I'm feeling insecure about myself. Man, I think I need help. Feeling so low and alone. Feeling hasn't gone away as I've grown. Sick of feeling insecure about myself. Man, I think I need help. Feeling so low and alone. Feeling hasn't gone away as I've grown. Sick of feeling insecure about myself. Man, I think I need help. Feeling so low and alone. Feeling hasn't gone away as I've grown. Sick of feeling insecure about myself. Man, I think I need help. Feeling so low and alone. Feeling hasn't gone away as I've grown.
We live. What's up, Tube? We're going back to the O-line and the D-line. And I spent about 90 plus minutes last night searching the web, trying to find out why my streams were crashing. I'm hoping I found solutions, plural. But again, if something crashes here, or if you're watching this post live stream, just know that we're gonna get through this. Just if it cuts out, just know that it picks up with another stream or another video. But hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully we can get through this whole thing clear and we'll be good to go. We're just gonna hop in. I got everything in front of me. I got our national team roster up. So just like we've been doing here, this is day one of the national team. So this is the last unit that I have not looked at, other than quarterback, running back, linebacker, those matchups. We did American team, O-line, D-line. Wow. First, and then yesterday we did all of the receiver corner matchups. So this is the national team American D-line. So I still need to learn who all we're looking at here, and then from that point on, we'll be pretty clean as far as not having to pause and check who all these guys are. But let's go ahead and get started. We got Dominique in the chat. We got Shane Zupnik, my dude. What's up? Chris White, Jacob, Jonah, Ghostfaced, Aiden. Here we go. All right, 76 versus 91. So there's some confusion in our last stream who the heck 91 was for the American team. And a lot of people thought it was Ade Ogundeje, Ade Ogundeje, I think is how that's said. So that is who this is here. Anyway, against 76 is Brown Spencer from Northern Iowa. My cousin went to Northern Iowa. So did David Johnson. All right. This angle's kind of crappy here, but similar to that Alaric Jackson rep, it looks like they might be doing run. Similar to that Alaric Jackson rep where he kind of takes off after him instead of actually setting. So are they doing run? They might be doing run reps here. Let me see that one more time. Really hard to say. It looks like a run rep. Interesting that they're doing that here. Let's see what the next one looks like. I don't know if I dig that if they're doing run reps here. What's up, Royal Awesome 519? Gosh, just get to the next play here, Senior Bowl. Go to the next one. Notifications were not sent out. Fantastic, YouTube. Really appreciate helping out your YouTubers going live here. Anyway, yeah, they're doing like run sets here. I don't know if I really want to do the run sets. Do they do run the entire time here? One-on-one run drills definitely count for something, but I don't know if that's exactly the content I'm looking to stream here. Let's see if this goes the entire time here. All right. Maybe day 2 they're going to be doing pass sets. But I'm actually going to skip over this for now. Okay, now it looks like they're more in pass protection. So maybe there is some pass pro stuff in here. Okay, cool. So when does that start? Because with the run stuff, while it's important to see their, their get off, their technique, their play strength, all that stuff, when you don't know like what the front is, who he's supposed to be working with, what's the gap he's trying to block, it's a little harder for a one-on-one drill. Whereas the pass sets, I feel like kind of show you a little more of that one-on-one matchup. Which I was thinking yesterday how the reason we're doing O-line, D-line, and wide receiver corner is, I would say quarterback, safety, linebacker, those positions are so much more dependent on game flow and what's going on in the play, whereas these are much more one-on-one situations. So that's why we're starting with the one-on-one drills for these position groups. In case you were wondering, have I seen the Wisconsin Whitewater Center that everyone and their mom is raving about? That must be the guy that's here. Quinn Marins. We are about to see him. That's for sure. Okay, so now we get into the pass sets here for national team day 1. 67 here is Brendan James from Nebraska going against. I don't have a number on that one. Looks like Boston College maybe. Let's see. I don't know who that guy is yet. No, that is a a 17. Rashad Weaver from Pittsburgh. He's had some hype. Okay. So Nebraska versus Pittsburgh. destroyed on the inside move. Sets pretty wide, and Weaver just takes that space. It's pretty easy for him. Way late by 67 to step back inside and cut off that inside move. Let's look at this from Weaver's end. I would say that's just bad pass protection. Good quickness for a big guy, but that's too easy. What's up, Lions? How's it going, my dude? How you holding up after all that Stafford news? Have you come to grips with it? Now we've got 72, and that guy's jersey's all bundled up, so I don't know who that is. That might be Osa Odigizua. God, some of these names are. You got Ogundeje, Odigizua, and Unwuzerik. There's 3 guys with O last names that are very difficult to pronounce. So that's going to be a handful. But this is Robert Hainsey, I believe, kicking inside at guard. That's fascinating. I think he was a tackle at Notre Dame. But lining up at guard here. There's some pop there. Some pop in those arms for a tackle coming inside. Some good pop right there. You see that? Hands inside. I like that. His footwork. Pretty good. Anchor's decent. I'd say that anchor's going to be the question for him. I think he's lighter. I think he's on like the 300 side, but I like to see those arms pop like that. It's pretty good. Is this our center that everyone's buzzing about? Let's see, 56. No, this is Creed. This is Creed Humphrey, first round prospect, going up against. Ooh, this is a fun matchup. So this guy's a lot of hype as well. These are 2 potential first round prospects going at it. So we got Creed Humphrey and Levi. Tell me if I'm saying this wrong. Levi Onwuzurk. We're up to 90 now, chat, for viewers. I don't know why it did not send out notifications, but it is what it is. Thanks, YouTube. It's pronounced Onwuzurke. Onwuzurike. Onwuzurike. I got it. Okay. Now that we got these guys' names down. So he's trying to block it's about a two-eye technique right there. So he's got to come out to him a little bit. Now, he'd probably have more help here. Keep in mind, in real life, you're not going to have your center blocking that typically, one-on-one. And Onwuzurike is slanting all the way into the other gap. So this is an interesting rep. He handles it well. I want to see the get off from the D tackle here. A little high. Definitely a win for Humphrey, but in that, the way that the D lineman was aligned pre-snap, I would expect the center to win that one. Okay, 73 here is going to be Aaron Banks, so another Notre Dame guard here. I didn't realize we had another Notre Dame lineman here going up against 99 Jackson. Teron Jackson from Coastal Carolina. Feet are a little slow there from Notre Dame. Handles the spin move well with his arms, it looks like. Yeah, feet just a little bit, a little bit choppy. He's got to step back inside when he feels that spin move. And he's trying to reach for him. And does he hold? No, the guy just falls down. What about the D lineman here from Coastal Carolina? I don't really have much of a commentary on that one. Nice try. This is Weaver again. It looks like it's probably Weaver again. Tried the same move, but on the other side. Although maybe not. Maybe, no, this is a different Pittsburgh guy. This must be Patrick Jones. There's a couple Pittsburgh edge guys in this class. So this is Patrick Jones against Jalen Moore from Western Michigan. It's a good rep for a tackle. That's what you got to do against that inside move. Step hard inside. That's a really good rep from 74. He looks like a big, strong dude. I feel like I've heard of this guy. Jalen Moore from Western Michigan. I feel like he graded out really well for PFF. It's a good rep. Was that? Oh, that was a different one. Okay, we're running it back the other way now. Kind of like this 74. Who's he going against here? 47. Looked kind of light. Ellerson Smith from Northern Iowa. Got a couple UNI guys in this drill. That was a better rep by 73 at left guard there. Stepped inside a little better. Strong arms. I wanted to see who he's going against here. It's being stubborn. I honestly can't see a number on that one. John LaDuca, my dude. I'm gonna have to make like John LaDuca merchandise. I appreciate you, John. Thank you. This is those. I like when the coaches want to see, first round talent on first round talent at these drills. So this time, more of a one technique instead of a 2-eye for Onwuzurike. I need a nickname for this guy. I can't say that name. Big O. Can we call him Big O? But much more of a realistic block here. He's coming straight into that gap. Creed's got to step into it. And Creed's got to get his hand inside. He's got the leverage there. He's playing with, an inside shade. He should be able to get that right hand inside there, but quick arms from Big O, but it doesn't fluster Creed Humphrey. Can see how well he braces for that punch right there. In a lot of these drills, when you see that bull rush coming, when you get that contact right there, the guy's top is gonna go, whoa. But Creed Humphrey has a really strong anchor and base right there. And even though he doesn't get his hands inside, he braces for that really well. And from Keyz perspective, I'd want to see a little more impact. So Creed looks good so far. Couple reps we've seen. Living up to his first round pedigree for sure. All right, Hainsey again against Texas here. Taquan Graham against Hainsey. Good hands again there from Hainsey. I like the way he attacks with his hands. Doesn't get quite as much power that time, but he lands his punches really well. Hainsey looks the part at guard. I'm not sure he couldn't play tackle too. Like he definitely, he's got his technique down. He's fluid, uses his hands well. That'll translate. As for Texas here, just not the best rep. O-liner winning today. Oh man, this Nebraska tackle is struggling so far. That looked different, didn't it? Who we got? Is that an Ohio State helmet? Who is that? That's got to be an Ohio State helmet, right? Is that the number 0? Jonathan Cooper. Yeah, that looked different, didn't it? From what these other guys were seeing. The way he comes off the ball. He's low. He comes in with power. That just looked a little different than some of these other guys we're seeing here. Yikes. And you wonder why Ohio State just pisses on the Big Ten every year. Right there. Nebraska versus Ohio State. Just playing with his... just taking his lunch. Nice power there. Power, get off. Yeah, not a good day for that tackle from Nebraska for sure. All right, this is... I need a reminder. This is Northern Iowa. Spencer Brown going up against Ogundeje from Notre Dame. Ooh, I didn't know I can scroll like that. That's nice. What happened there? Does he slip? Yeah, that left ankle gave out. But let's look at everything before that. He looks pretty long. His feet are... He keeps moving his feet. For the pass rusher here, no strong opinions on that from the pass rush, but 76, decent rep before his left foot kind of gives there. All right, so that was... Got these come and go real quick. That was Jake Curran, who I believe played tackle at California, kicking inside, going up against Rashad Weaver, playing some 3-tech here, maybe a 4-eye. Pretty even matched up there. No strong opinions one way or the other. Kieran obviously got to step inside a little bit harder. Gets pushed back a little bit too much. Gets outpowered. That's a loss for this must be the Whitewater guy. Yep, Quinn Marin's. Gosh, these clips just fly by. So this is against, is that on Woozer Big O again? Yeah. All right, so this is Wisconsin Whitewater versus potential first round D tackle. This runs right past him. From what I'm seeing from Onwuzurike is he's much less of a power rusher than I expected for a Washington D tackle. They tend to be, more of those bigger bodied dudes, but he's, more of a quicker. Good rip move. Let's look at the feet here from the center. Pretty wide base from what I can see with the quarterback right there. Wide base, doesn't run his feet well enough, and Onwuzurike just rips right past him. The juice alert. Trevor Lawrence to me could become a better and more mobile version of Stafford. Justin Fields remind me of Watson. Do I agree? I can see that with Lawrence for sure. Fields to me does not have the Watson was like, even coming out of Clemson, was just exceptional at sensing pressure, constantly, avoiding sacks, getting off that first read and extending plays when he needed to. Fields to me actually is I'm not going to say it's like worrisome, but I don't think he has that like next level pocket presence where he's constantly avoiding sacks and always knows where the pressure's coming from. I think that's the big difference between Fields and Watson to me. I would also say Fields has a stronger arm and is more accurate than Watson was coming out. Okay, this looks like Kansas State. Number 70 here. No, Middle Tennessee State. Robert Jones against this guy that we couldn't identify last time. 92. I think this is... Okay, this is Osa Odigizua from UCLA against Middle Tennessee State. Powerful there from the guard, but he loses it. He goes at him a little bit too much, which it can work. It's an aggressive rep. Dude looks like a beast, number 70. Looks like a beast, man. Technique could use a little work, but definitely outpowers him there. 55, skinny guy. Cincinnati, James Hudson, the third. Eeks. All right. The set's fine, but he punches too early, and then he gets stuck leaning. Make him come to you. Make him make that first move. He goes first. He punches before he needs to. But the pass rusher also doesn't do himself too many favors. He doesn't really do anything. He just keeps running around the outside, which makes it very easy on the tackle. Tackle still wins, but that's not where you want to be. See how he's leaning out. He doesn't have his, you can wait. You can wait. You can keep sliding. Wait till he gets closer to land that punch. But he does end up winning because this guy just, part of the reason he felt he needed to to attack him is because this edge guy doesn't do anything. He just keeps running around the outside and says, all right, I'll just flush you out. So at least you won the rep. Little better there, but still a little early. You can work on that, though. '70s, he's an impressive build. He just looks like an NFL guard. Maybe it's just the neck roll. You gotta punch. You gotta punch first there, 70. All right, let's see Whitewater again. So people are drooling over this guy, huh? I do wonder if he might be... If center is his best position. I don't know. I don't know much about him, but... I mean, he's fighting, but there's a little power there from... I wish... God, I'm struggling to get on board the hype here for Levi Onwuzurike. It's not that he looks bad. I just wonder if it's a little bit of people trying to find a first-round defensive tackle when there just isn't one. Other than the Bama guy, who's like still kind of iffy. I haven't seen that one rep from him that's like he flies off the ball and he gets his hands inside and he really manhandles the guy. I mean, he's quick and strong for sure. I haven't seen like incredible technique quite yet. He's played upright on pretty much every snap. I'm not there yet with the Onwuzurike. All right, this is John LaDuca. Who are my top 3 edge rushers in this class and why? We can take a pause. We can take a pause here. Let's hang on. Let me pull up my draft board here. So I got Gregory Rousseau, number 1. And I'll just read my descriptions. I'm not going to give away the whole draft board here. It's available on my Patreon, which is patreon.com/ThatFranchiseGuy. But I will give you my answer to my top 3 edge rushers. So, well, that's a long description, but basically Rousseau is extremely interesting because I love his get off, I love his power. He even has a nice what did I like? His rip move? Basically, I wrote he uses his arms well to distance himself, setting up some of the more simplistic rush moves, so like rip moves and swim moves. But what's interesting about him is he only played 1 season because of COVID. He opted out, and the knock on him is that his tape is raw, which it absolutely is. Every single freshman edge rusher's tape in the world is going to have raw tape. So I understand like the concerns, but if you go back and watch Chase Young's freshman year, like kind of comparable. So you're drafting him based on like projections and hoping he can continue to develop. But there is that risk involved. He's a unique prospect because of COVID. Then I got Joseph Osai. He's a little more straightforward. I mean, he probably is best suited to play 3-4 outside linebacker just because he seems really comfortable with that. But he is just powerful, explosive, persistent as a rusher. I think he's the safest edge guy, especially if you're a 3-4 team. I really like Joseph Osai. I compared him to Brian Arakpo. Really long arms, long, strong arms, like Bud Dupree-esque as far as like how long and powerful his arms are. And then I have Azeez Ojulari 3, who's kind of that, think Caleb Von Chason last year. Raw, smaller dude, surprising power for a guy that is smaller, but very much a lot of work to do. Okay. Back to our tape here. This is California. Curran, I think is his name, versus the Notre Dame dude. I feel like these guys have been pretty evenly matched. No strong takeaways on that one. And then this might be our last rep here from day one. This is that Northern Iowa tackle going up against, looks like that Coastal Carolina edge. Leans a little bit. He gets impatient, 76 does. He leans. He doesn't need to. All right, is that it? Or do we get more? Oh, we keep going. Who do we have here? '79, Adrian Ely from Oklahoma against, okay, another rep for that Ohio State. He went back to the same. Ohio State went back to the same move here. Oklahoma a little more ready for it, which is surprising considering how upright 79 plays here. If, what's his name here? Jonathan Cooper. If Jonathan Cooper had real game-changing power, so like he dominated Nebraska on that last snap. But if he had game-changing power, when 79 comes in all upright like this, and he's got his hands inside, he should own him. Like Chase Young, for example. Khalil Mack. No one's comparing Cooper here to those players, but if he had that kind of power, it would show right there. Be like, okay, I own you now. You are now my son. Whereas he just doesn't quite have that. Really bad technique there by Ely. This is Dylan Raduns, who a lot of people like. I didn't quite see... So this is fun, too, with Raduns. He's a D1 AA prospect. Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think people have been mocking him in the first round. I don't think he's a first round prospect. I think he's more of a late, I think he's more like a third round guy. His technique was fine. Oh, excuse me. But I didn't think he had the play strength. So let's see. Let's see what we get here. And this is against another smaller school. This is against Northern Iowa, keep in mind. These two guys would have probably actually played, I think. I think those two teams play each other. So Raduns. Kind of a sloppy rep. Smith here goes way wide. But it looks like he's got a little tug tug technique there. Gets him leaning just a little bit, tugs him, and then he's trying to bend around the edge, but the recovery from Raduns here, I mean, you like the effort where he gets beat, but he stays with it. He knows. That's just good awareness by Raduns to be like, all right, well, he's going so far wide, I might be falling down, but I can at least, you know, buy my quarterback another second or two. Or in this case, actually get the guy to the ground. That's an impressive recovery. Now that might be the end of it. I think that's our last. Okay, so we have gotten through all of day one, other than like the last 6 plays of the American team, because we crashed. So we're going to go to day 2 of O-line, D-line, and then what I'm probably going to do is take a little break after we do O-line, D-line, and then get to wide receiver corner from day 2 later this afternoon. But let's stick with the national team. Let's just go back to back there. What's up, MSA man? So let's stick with the national team just because we just watched these guys, so that's fresh, and then we'll finish with the American team. So I'm curious if they are doing run sets again. Okay, they're starting with pass sets today, and the camera angle has changed. So this is going to be, I don't know, did we see this guy? We did not. This is going to be, yeah, we did. This is James Hudson III from Cincinnati going against Ohio State, who's going right back to that same pass rush. It's kind of finesse versus power. Now this Cincinnati guy was leaning a lot the day before, and still kind of leaning. So a lot of technique to work there on 55. He's also got a light lower half, so he's got some work to do. That's for damn sure. Oh wow, we get this angle. All right, I'm not sure how much I love that angle or not. I don't know if we need it. Is that all that's in here? All right, hopefully this runs smoothly. 73, do we see? Aaron Banks from Notre Dame coming over to try and right guard this time. Yes, right, Joseph? I want to see Cooper try something else other than just running straight forward and trying to push him backwards. Man, big, strong punch. This is going to be... This is Notre Dame versus Notre Dame. Strong lower base, plays low for Odigizua. Just good all-around rep. Good football there. All right, let's see Creed Humphrey next. Man, this is obnoxious. Does it not naturally go to the next play? Because I don't know if we can do this if this doesn't just flow naturally. Jeez, what kind of effort is that, Texas? You're going to represent Texas versus Oklahoma like that? All right, this is getting annoying. When is my top 10 quarterbacks video coming out? Probably next week. I'll start doing top 10 positional videos. Thanks for asking. I mean, geez. Creed Humphrey looking good. This is annoying, though. This doesn't just go to the next play. I don't know if I can handle that. Also, this camera angle. What is this? Sheesh. I feel like Kieran, and I also feel like I'm saying his name wrong. No, it's Kieran. Every rep, he like sets okay, gets a punch in, gets driven back, doesn't lose immediately. He's been like stably average. Here's that big long Oklahoma guy going against. That looks like a 97. I don't know if we saw this guy. Stop. Jeez, dude, 79 plays so upright. And that's exactly what I was saying with that Ohio State guy. And kind of the lack... Okay, that's a UNI helmet, so I don't know... Oh, it's 47. That's Smith. Okay. Like, when you play that upright, you are just so exposed to power. Like, this guy has a lot of work to do on his technique. Interesting to see the UNI guy with a little power, though, because I didn't think he had that. He's been trying to run around everyone day one. This time he goes right through him, so good to see that. You see that? Well, I'm not going to go back because it's... Man, I do not like having to click through all these. That is obnoxious. Okay, this is that Jalen Moore. Out of Western Michigan, who had a good first day. That was bad rep, though. Really bad rep. Comes slow out of his... Comes out slow, just doesn't... Yeah, that's a really bad rep. You gotta move with the guy. Okay, luckily there's only 20 plays here, so I only have to click through so many here. Oh, that was the same guy. Stop. Oh, I caught it just in time. Nice. Yikes, rough day. This is against Tony. Shaka Tony from Penn State. Who shows a little power there. I thought Shaka Tony was a smaller dude, but he shows a little power there. Not a good day for Western Michigan here. Yikes, he had a good first day, but now he's showing some warts. Just getting abused. I don't know if he had a bad breakfast or what, but he looks like a completely different person. This is that Middle Tennessee State guy that looked just yoked. Yep, don't turn yourself. Good spin move there from Weaver, who's kind of a hybrid edge dude, but I like to see him come inside, show some of that quickness. That's a good spin move. Did we miss a rep from Creed there? Oh, they brought in Northern Iowa here to take on... Gosh, the camera work here. What are we doing? Can we at least see the other angle? Ooh. Honestly, I'm more impressed by this guy so far, by Odigizua, than I am of Onwuzurike. so far, who was getting a lot of buzz. But I'm more impressed by him than... He plays lower. He seems to be a little more powerful. Man, this Texas guy too is just getting bodied. I feel like a couple of these guys just like aren't bringing it today. He's playing high. He's coming off slow. Him and the Western Michigan tackle just not bringing it today. Oh boy. Nebraska tackle who got worked yesterday, going up against Ohio State again. Gosh, what is this camera angle? This is a different Ohio State guy, though. This is Baron Browning, who's more of... I think he played a little more like hybrid outside linebacker. I don't think he's a guy with a lot of pass rush experience. So he's just trying to run around him and... Decent technique there by 67. Thank you, Davis. Yeah, Baron Browning played off-ball linebacker, so they're just seeing what he can do as a pass rusher, which he has no experience doing, so... Not going to credit Nebraska too much for winning that against an off-ball linebacker. All right. This is number 9. Dalen Hayes. We're getting a lot of new bodies today. Dalen Hayes versus Radunes. Okay, Notre Dame versus North Dakota State. Radunes, the one thing he has done very well so far, this is only the second rep we've seen, but the thing he's done very well is stay with it. He loses this early on, but he hangs in there. Shows some good strength. I had some questions about his play strength, so that's definitely not a question there. I mean, he's hanging in there real well. As for Dalen Hayes here, he should have won that rep based on how he started it. He gets his hands inside, but you can see how upright he is. He's upright, and then as the rep goes on, he kind of gives up on it in a lot of ways. Jalen Baird, wow, very generous, my dude. I appreciate you, man. I will, of course, answer your question. Would I give up pick 8, 2022 first from 2023, any player besides DJ, CMC, or Burns for Watson? I think you still... Man. That's a tough question. I feel like to get in the market with Houston and the Jets, who I think are going to come pretty hard for Watson, I feel like you still probably need to give up like Brian Burns just to intrigue the Texans. But if the market doesn't pick up and you can get away with that, I would give up those 3 firsts for Watson. Yeah, I mean they'd be like a Super Bowl contender pretty quickly with him. Absolutely, I would do that if you can. That's the question. All right, this is Kieran, who's just been kind of stable all day, but not great. Gets demolished there. Just not really stunning me here. And then this UNI guy. He is intriguing. When I first saw him, I thought he was like an undersized like speed rusher around the edge, but now he is playing 4-eye, taking on a guard. He showed some power earlier. Now he's showing some quickness. Let's watch this full speed one more time. Good, yeah. Intriguing player. All right. I really hope the other team, we don't have to click through all these plays like this. I hope it has more Creed Humphrey here. So here's another question, guys. Did the Washington guy just call it a day? Levi Onwuzurike? Did he turn on Twitter and see his hype that I don't even think was justified and call it a day? Because I don't like that. That's what Javon Kinlaw did last year. And he kind of, to be honest, Javon Kinlaw kind of fooled us a little bit with that first day at the Senior Bowl. And his first day at the Senior Bowl was at least like a holy shit moment. I hear your run, CMC, that you don't want to give up Burns or more, but let me tell you this. If you give up Burns or more and you get Deshaun Watson, it's going to take about 2 weeks for you to forget that you ever had Brian Burns or DJ Moore. Creed Humphrey, man, he is, I think from what I'm seeing, he's locking. Creed Humphreys has secured his position as a first-round pick. He might be buying his way into the top 20. I don't know. I haven't fully dove into his tape quite yet, but yeah, he's been awesome. Notre Dame versus Notre Dame here. Gosh, I want to like 73 here, but his footwork has been really poor. 91's having a good day too. He looks quick. Is that a Minnesota helmet I see? No. This is a new player though. Who do we got here? Hamilcar Rashid. I think he's another... Is he a true edge? I forget. Luke, thank you. Do you have any thoughts about Pitt's prospects coming into the draft? Oh, Pittsburgh prospects. Unfortunately, at this point in time, I have not evaluated those players. I haven't really been overwhelmed by any of what I've seen so far in this cut-up. But unfortunately, I haven't gotten that deep into the class yet. So I can't answer that question at this point in time. But shameless plug, my Patreon, when I do those players, those evaluations will be on my draft board. And also, if you tune in on draft night for the live stream, whenever they do get drafted, I will have my reactions for them then. Otherwise, you can try and hit me with that question in a couple weeks on Twitch when I'm doing my Madden streams. I like to answer questions about those prospects. But at this point in time, I unfortunately do not have any answer for you guys on those Pitt players right now. All right, 76 is Northern Iowa. Not a lot of power there from Rashid. Kind of a standoff. I want to like this Northern Iowa guy more than I do as well. Okay, a couple more plays here for the national team. Hey, that's the best rep for Cincinnati. Can I go back? I want to go back. Oh, now, so I can go backwards, but I can't go forwards? The heck? No, I already saw that one. So I need 17. There we go. That's what we want. All right. That's his best rep of the day. Not ideal, but this is against Baron Browning, the converted linebacker prospect who just doesn't have any pass rush moves. But 55's been leaning all day. He doesn't lean this time. Although he kind of does still. He still kind of does. I say that, and then right there, you can see that lean. He's got work to do, 55. Out of Cincinnati. Zulu. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Coming in with the Euros. Where are you from, Zulu? It just blows my mind that there's an international That Franchise Guy audience. It just blows my mind. Man, this guy's powerful. I really like this guy's physical traits. Like, he is a beast. I'm excited to evaluate this player. Ooh, you're from Germany. Nice. Love Germany. Munich is one of my favorite cities in the world. Or München, my apologies. There's a video of me on the internet. Well, not really on the internet, but the people I was with have a video of me doing karaoke at a bar in Munich that you guys will never find, but it's out there. Just want you to know that. All right, this is the Whitewater Center against. Is that Hayes? I think that's 91. Let's see the other angle here. All right, so this is interesting. I think that Agundije has had a good day. And here he is stepping inside. Hold on. I feel like we're missing reps here too. I think this clip is missing some stuff because there's Weaver. We didn't see Weaver. I don't know. I can only evaluate what we have. But here he is coming in playing an inside shade on the over the center. Outside shade on the center. I'm not in love with this Whitewater Center quite yet. A lot of people apparently have some buzz on him. All right, this is our last clip. Kieran again. All of his reps have looked like this, which is not ideal. You don't want to consistently be below average. As for, this is that South Carolina kid. All right, I think that's all we got for the national team day 2. So now we just have the American team. Here. Hopefully this actually lets us... Okay, this is actually going to let us get through it systematically, which is nice. And we have better camera angles here. Okay, so yeah, once we get this, we'll be all caught up with the O-line, D-line, and then I'm going to take a break. Yes, Garang. Oh, I really hope that's the end of the crashing, and I really hope I didn't just jinx it. I don't have any wood to knock out in here. Here's some piece of cardboard. That'll have to do. But I'm really hoping all the things I changed last night have fixed the crashing issue, because my God, that was annoying, and at least there's that. So we have the American team day 2 here, and then we're going to do a wide receiver corner stream a little bit later. I will definitely tweet out when that happens. And MSA Man says, when's the next TFG Plays Twitch stream? Potentially tonight. We'll see. I definitely want to do for a Saints Scandal Oklahoma City Nighthawk stream too. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitch for that. But all those links are in the description right below for all the stuff I'm talking about. Patreon, Twitch, Twitter, you name it. So, Davis, next Senior Bowl stream, like I said, I'm going to take a little break here after we finish the American team. And I'll probably be back around 2 or 3 Central Time. All right, here we go. American team. I might need a little refresher on who these guys were. We did these guys yesterday. I think this is Texas A&M. Yeah, Dan Moore against Charles Snowden at linebacker. Maybe? No. This is 91. Who the heck is this guy? We couldn't figure out who 91 is. Until someone can confirm to me who that is, I'm just going to have to not act like I don't know who that is. But from Texas A&M standpoint here, just doesn't stick with it. You know, we complimented Radunes for how well Radune's got in this situation, and he really bunkered down that base, solidified. 68 just gets overrun there. All right, 56. This is Jack Anderson versus, is that a Tulane helmet? Who is this? 93. What's up, Jay Visions? Duffy, no. Man, this roster is all over the place. I don't know who this guy is either. I'll have to figure that out. But at least I know he's from Tulane, I think. Or maybe Texas State. I don't know. From Jack Anderson's perspective, an aggressive rep. He goes right out to him. Powerful hands. I think this is exactly what we thought about Jack Anderson from the last stream. Does that sound right, chat? I think I said I was acknowledging that Jack Anderson had really strong arms, but his feet were lagging behind, and that's showing up again here on day 2. I'm pretty sure. 91 is Janarius Robinson from Florida State. Thank you. Appreciate it. Now we got to find out who this guy is. But yeah, Jack Anderson, gotta run those feet, man. Is this that Grambling dude? It is. It's center. All right. So he had a rough first day. I wonder if he is a center by trade. I wonder if that's the case, and that could be why he was uncomfortable at guard. But he is obviously, like, look at his upper body. He is yoked up there, but he had a rough day with his feet. And he just bodies another nose tackle there. Now we get Brown. False start. This'll be fun. Herring, who's quick, versus big, strong Deontay Brown. Ugh. I want to like Brown. I really do, but I haven't been impressed by him. For a guy that's supposed to be super strong, there is nothing here. You're going against an undersized defensive end, or a defensive tackle. There's nothing there, man. He's got short arms. His feet are choppy. He's a fun player. He's like 6'3", 365 pounds, but there's no pop there. No pop at all. It looks like he's like, playing patty cake, doesn't it? Alaric Jackson, false start. Against... Is that Janarian Robinson again? Our friendly number 91? I think it is. There you go. Remember we were talking about guys punching too early? Alaric Jackson lets him come to him, but he does lose late in that rep. Step inside a little bit harder. That left foot, maybe a little bit of a weaker base. Jackson hasn't exactly had the best Senior Bowl. His stock has fallen a lot over the last year. Okay, this is ECU. He was really undersized when we saw him, but fluid lower body. Decent rep there. 90, whoever this Oklahoma guy is. Got to do something there. That's Peyton Turner out of Houston. So, interesting to see Peyton Turner come in at a 7 technique. I don't think he's going to be doing a whole lot of that in the NFL. He's kind of one of those, Calais Campbell builds where he's a big body defensive end. I don't think he's going to be playing a lot of wide 9 rush technique, because he just doesn't have the speed around the edge. He's a good athlete at his size, but I don't think he's going to be doing a whole lot of that at the next level. Good rep for Deontay Smith, though. Ooh, Trey Smith. Ooh, this is Trey Smith versus Carlos Basham. These are two guys fighting for first round, fighting their way into the first round right now. I think both these guys are top 50 players right now, but both are kind of on that fringe. And I love getting to see Basham as well as this 4-eye, because I really like his potential to slide inside with his size. He's definitely an edge player, but he's one of those guys that could come inside on pass rush downs. And you see that quickness translate. I think it was it Panda that was comparing him to AJ Epinesa? I kind of like that comparison. I don't know if he's quite as good of a run defender as Epinesa was, but from Trey Smith's perspective here, he plays this aggressive. He goes to him a little bit. And just the quickness of Carlos Basham on display there. I don't know if I would be going to him too much in this situation. Basham just, he's been, I would say him and Creed Humphrey have been the two most impressive from these drills so far as looking like just on another level. All right, this is USC. This is Marlon Tuipulotu. This is back-to-back years where every single defensive tackle is like a mouthful. We got to get some nicknames for these guys. This year we got Marlon Tuipulotu. We got Odigizua. We got Onwuzurike. Last year it was Matabuike. It was who are the other guys? There was 3 guys last year's class that were hard to pronounce too. Why do we got to lump these guys into the same position group? It's a mouthful. Yeah, we had Derek Brown and Javon Kinlaw last year. So Drake Jackson is the center here. Right? Drake Jackson? Yeah. Thank you, Caleb. 92 is Jordan Smith from UAB. I appreciate it. He had a rough first rep, but he's been solid since. And that's a pretty decent rep there against a guy that's just more powerful than him. So he's responded really well, Drake Jackson from Kentucky. He's probably a draftable 4th, 5th, 6th round center. Oh, 72 kicking into guard today. He had a really bad day yesterday. He was really bad, or day one, I should say. So they slide him into guard today. And he holds his own a lot better. Marvin Wilson not looking too good out there this week. Nose tackle. I mean, he's not going to be much of a pass rusher anyway, but... All right, this is Carson Green, the other Texas A&M guy, going against, is that Golston? Is that Chauncey Golston? I think it is. Jalen Baird, thank you. Check out film on Tommy Tagai from OSU. Wasn't projected to come out this year, but did. Yeah, he'll get there. I do 40, 50 players at each position group, so I will definitely be getting to them at some point. On my Patreon draft board, everybody, patreon.com/ThatFranchiseGuy. Get the Draft Insider package. Full evals on close to 500 players, if not more, come draft day. Pretty good from 55. Shows some athleticism. Lisa B coming in with the link. Check it out, folks. You won't regret it. All right, Golston here. I feel like he's just kind of a dime a dozen. Like, he doesn't thrive at anything. He doesn't stink at anything. Decent rep. Let's move on. Alex Leatherwood, who did not have the best day one, really at all, who I'm starting to have questions on if he'd be better at guard, but let's see how he does today. There you go. He had kind of a lazy rep against William Bradley King in day one, but this time he stays with him. Bradley King falls down here. Better rep. Okay, they're trying to Larrick Jackson at guard. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know if he's ever going to play guard. His lower body is skinny. Not so sure about that. And he's going up against another edge guy here. 56 is Wyatt Hubert. Is that a hold? I don't know. Sloppy rep. I wouldn't be playing a Larrick Jackson at guard. I think that's all we need to see there. We'll be talking receivers in our next stream. Diga. We'll be talking plenty of receivers in our next stream. All right, Drake Jackson against Wilson, who just hasn't had the best day. That's about what you'd expect there. Wilson just kind of running forward with his 340-pound base. Jackson, good technique, hanging on for dear life. about what I expected on that one. All right, now we get to see Deontay Smith at guard, which was kind of all of our first thought when we saw him was like, that guy looks tiny for a tackle. Now, being tiny for a tackle isn't a death sentence, but let's see how he... Ooh, okay, there might be something there, man. That looks right, doesn't it? He uses that leverage. That looked good. All right, I'm intrigued now. I'm definitely intrigued by that rep right there. And I think a lot of NFL scouts are going to like that one too. I mean, anytime you're sliding a tackle inside, you're worried about them getting overmatched. And this is against one of the more powerful guys here in Tuipulotu. And he bodies him. Hands inside, runs his feet. Yeah, that's a huge rep for him. He made himself some money, I think, on that rep right there, which doesn't always happen here at the Senior Bowl. Come on, guys, stop jumping. Is this Peyton Turner again as that wide 9 technique? I don't know why we need to see this. He's not going to play this at the next level. You can see the athleticism, though, for a big dude. It's a good rep for Peyton Turner. But I still don't think he's going to be playing wide 9 a whole lot. $127 offensive lineman, Panda. That sounds about right. I probably did close to that last year. How many plays do we have left here? This is play number 16. Yeah, we still got a little ways to go here. Leatherwood against Quincy Roche. Leatherwood, his foot speed, man, it's a problem. Marvin Wilson versus Deontay Brown. Yeah, baby. Well, the profile on Wilson is definitely the typical, nose tackle that can't rush the passer. I mean, he's proven that here today. He's not much of a pass rusher. That's a good matchup for Deontay Brown. Dude, 60 looks good at center. He looks good at center. He is holding on. They're getting nasty. Coaches are letting him go. All right. Good for you, dude. He had a rough day yesterday, and that's on Carlos Basham playing nose tackle. So 60 is just stronger than this dude. And Basham tries his little spin move, and he's like, nope, I'm getting my hands inside, and I'm not letting go. Good for you, 60. All right, Trey Smith going against... someone said in the chat who this guy is, and I already forgot. Maybe you can remind me again. Okay, Trey Smith. Did he go at him again? Yeah, he kind of tries to attack him. He misses his punch, and then he's already lost. Okay, now we got Ole Miss back at tackle. Much better day for Ole Miss here, but let's see what happens at the very end. Good spin move by Herring. That's something that's cool to see because that'll work if he's at 3 tech. That'll translate. Herring's not going to be playing a lot of, 5 tech. Yikes. What happens here? I don't know if they told him to go out there for him or what, but just completely missed. Alaric Jackson against Marvin Wilson. This will be interesting. Yeah, Jackson he's not a guard. He's tall and skinny. That's not a good formula for a guard. He needs to develop a lot physically. He's a good athlete, but he's not ready. Okay, this is Jack Anderson at center, which is fascinating because his footwork has been so bad, but his arms are strong, so there could be something there. But do you see the difference? You remember we were excited about how Deontay Smith looked when he went up against Tuipulotu here? Jack Anderson is not a bad player, and he gets just bodied backwards. Anderson has been a little underwhelming for a guy that grades out really well. Now we're seeing 55 at guard. Good rep for William King. All right, we're back to tackle for ECU. That's probably a hold. But other than that, good rep. Yeah, you can't do that. Sorry. Did we miss a play? What do we got going on here? Nope, we're good. Leatherwood again against Roche. Jeez, Leatherwood. I'm officially saying Leatherwood needs to play guard, or he's not a day one starter at tackle. He doesn't get the depth in his drops. His feet stink, and it's on my scouting report for him too. Like let's see what I have on my scouting report for Leatherwood. So right now, Leatherwood is my... Yeah, I really did not like Leatherwood. I have a second to a third round grade on Leatherwood when people are mocking him in the first round, so he might be one of my not my guys this year. But here's my scouting report on Leatherwood. He's solid and balanced, versatile O-line piece, having started a full season at right guard and 2 at left tackle at Alabama. His lack of technique for someone with so much experience is a bit concerning, and as his slides are clunky and he punches way too much. His slides are clunky. Oh, and he punches without latching on in pass pro. So he goes like this, but then he doesn't grab. He'll punch, but then he goes like this again. At this point in time, it's unclear if further coaching can improve these things to make Leatherwood a quality starter, or if he will actually even get better coaching in the NFL than he had at Alabama. He is, however, a natural run blocker and should come in day one and hold his own in the run game, even at guard if needed. Overall, Leatherwood is a day one quality backup or low-end starter who needs to develop in pass protection technique and learn how to convert his raw power into functional power to improve his anchor before he can become a quality starter. So I'm not crazy about Alex Leatherwood here. And this is now 2 days in a row. As for Roche, he's too quick for him. There you go, Trey Smith. Trey Smith going up against an undersized guy on the interior. He just bodies him. Good job, Trey Smith. Couple of rough reps earlier on, but it was him getting a little too aggressive, trying to do a little too much, I think. Didn't do it that time. Let the guy come to you. Play your technique. Much better. Good response, Trey Smith. All right, we just saw that. All right, we've seen those guys a couple times. I feel like we've already seen that rep right there. That was like the same exact outcome. Alaric Jackson at guard again. Really, we want to keep watching this, huh? At least this is quickness on quickness. Oh my god. Dude, Alaric Jackson, what is going on? This is concerning. That's not even oh yeah, that is Boschum. Yikes, Alaric Jackson. I feel like every rep from Golston is like a standoff that looks just like this. He's just a stable player, but I don't think there's a whole lot there as far as upside. All right, Leatherwood again against Herring. He should be able to handle this much better. Yeah. Reason I say that is Herring, I think, is more of a 3-4 defensive end, a 3-tech 4-eye. So Leatherwood's lack of foot speed should help him a little more. But even in a win, I mean, you'll give him credit for the win, but that's a favorable matchup for Leatherwood. Is this Ole Miss? Yeah. Dude, good for 72. Really good response. He came out and brought it today. Peyton Turner, maybe not so much on the interior there. Peyton Turner's kind of a raw, traits-based developmental prospect. Good day for Ole Miss. He's looked much better at guard than he has at tackle so far. That's definitely something to note for his draft report. Jack Anderson, fine. I'm worried about his lower body, both from a technique and anchor standpoint. William Bradley King, he's had a rough day. Do we get another hold here from 67? I want to see the other angle here. Because it looks good, but if he holds again. Let's see. That's borderline. I think, though. I think he grabs him inside and pulls him down. So that's obviously concerning. That's a loss for 67 for sure. William Bradley King. Good rep. Bradley King is... God, Alaric Jackson. He can't handle power. He can't handle speed. What do you do, Alaric Jackson? Yikes, dude. He looks out of shape. His technique is bad. His technique's fine. It's just he looks out of shape. The effort, I don't know. There's some red flags here. He just does not look like everyone else here. And he's losing every rep, terribly. Quincy is refined. Quincy is refined in that he knows exactly how he's going to win. He's either going to bend around you, or if he gets you leaning one way, he's going to come inside. But yeah, Quincy's nice. I like Quincy. Quincy to me I got Quincy higher than Kwity Paye. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. I got Quincy higher. I got Kwity Paye. This edge rush class is underrated, honestly. But I got Kwity Paye and Quincy very close as far as their evals. Both second round. Both players I'd take in the second. Maybe Quincy needs a little bump. We'll see. All right, here's Peyton Turner versus Texas A&M. Neither of these Texas A&M guys have really stood out to me, to be honest. They seem like dime a dozen dudes. Peyton Turner still just, doesn't really have a position at this point in time. Just kind of needs to be groomed. So we're sliding Grambling back out to guard now. He's having a much better day. Dude's really strong. But he opens up. See how he opens up there? He might be a center. He might not be I mean, you can work on that technique, but this was a problem with him yesterday. As he opened up, his footwork was poor. But at center, it didn't show up. Because he didn't have to open up. That's it. Chat. We made it through without a crash. So I'm going to take a break. It's 1 o'clock. I think I'm going to come back. It's 1 o'clock Central. I think I'm going to come back at 2. I'm going to take an hour break. I'm going to come back, and we're going to do the wide receiver corner matchups from day 2 of the Senior Bowl. If you guys want all of my evaluations on these guys to the point that I've completed them, head over to Patreon. It's patreon.com/ThatFranchiseGuy. My draft board is up there. Every evaluation I've done to this point is up. I got film rooms up there on Zach Wilson, on Trevor Lawrence, and Justin Fields. I got to do Trey Lance over the next couple of days as well. And we're going to take an hour break. I'm going to come back and do wide receiver corner. We didn't crash, which is amazing. I'm hyped about that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Everyone that donated, special shout out to John LaDuca, my dude. But yeah, thank you everyone that donated, and the other guy that did the $20 donation, Jalen Baird, with a donation here. I can't scroll up far enough, but the other one that came in with that $20 donation, shout out to you as well. I'm sorry. Sorry I don't have it in front of me. But peace out, everyone. We'll see you in about an hour for some wide receiver corners.